The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
EMissy K Show. EMissy K Show. EMissy K Show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio, here we go. Hey, see EMissy K. Hey, EMissy K. Her beauty and passion, talk music, passion, loose lips, red cup, love jump. She's always on Facebook, Instagram, taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the EMissy K Show.
EMissy K Exclusive Show. I'm girl EMissy K. That was Love Jones. Mr. Jonathan Love Jones is the singer of our theme song.
Our hook.
You never did answer the question, though.
What question was that?
Are you going to do a remix to our theme song now that we've been here for how long?
5 years.
5 years.
Maybe. I kind of like the Selfish song.
Yeah.
Because it's all about me.
It sure
It's not.
Missy K.
Well, we are included in the lyrics. So
y'all need to talk to Urge 7 if you guys want modifications to my theme song.
Modify it, please.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Over here we have Miss
Lady D's in her soapbox.
Oh.
She took it from me. It's okay. I like that.
And over here, Dodger fan.
No, not.
I know. Isn't that something?
It's just
she's flossing.
It's just LA. You love
it's
LA?
Just LA. No, it's La La. That's what it is.
La La. Oh,
That's
I
what
get
it
it.
is.
La La. Okay.
Got it. Makes sense.
Thank you.
And over here,
You have Haley Bell.
Haley Bell.
It's about me now.
For the
It's
moment.
always been about you, baby.
Anyway, so we have a very special guest today. LA's own hottest host, comedian, actor,
Let's
Mr.
go.
Roy Rice, a.k.a. Screw the Rule. He'll be with us a little bit later with Haley and her Gil.
I changed his name
I don't think he read. What'd you change his name
to
to?
Ron Rice.
Ron Rice. Oh, wow. I was like, who's Ron?
You a professional on this?
Right.
So, my bad. I did resend it, though.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Screw the rules
Hey,
to
good.
Ron Rice.
So,
Okay,
La La.
He cool. Yes, what's on everyone's lips? La La, of course, always.
What are they talking about?
Me? No. Okay, first, me all the time. You already know. Okay, so we had the BET Awards last week, which was really good.
Loved it.
It was really nice.
I missed it.
And for the young kids, they had the young, people, little baby, bad baby, big baby. They,
All them
was shutting
babies.
it down. Okay, then they did the
Lots of babies.
tribute to Mary J. Blige, which was bomb.
Was it? I didn't get a chance to
No.
She was,
No,
she was praising the Lord. That's why she could.
Yes.
Amen.
I watched the whole thing.
She was praising the Lord.
Yeah.
Praise him. Hallelujah.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that praise later, but okay. And then there was a tribute to Nipsey Hussle as well.
Okay.
Now, what was I heard? You don't even know. You know who Nipsey is?
Everybody know who
Girl,
Nipsey is
they
now.
didn't know they know who he is. I didn't know who it was till he died.
You didn't exactly. A lot of people didn't know who he was until he died. But this particular
Like Lil Wayne.
segment,
Stop.
it. We said it at the same time. Okay, his mom was up there and she was speaking,
Girl.
and it went on a little longer than normal. And a lot of people were like, "Okay, what is she talking about?"
Thank you. I thought it was just me.
No.
Oh
Wait a
my
minute.
God.
What does she say?
The normal people
The normal people.
were saying, "What was she talking about?" Okay, and we spoke up on it. Then the other people who all of a sudden became spiritual, who didn't even know about the sage, oh, she's just being spiritual. You guys need to listen to her and understand where
BET
she's
Awards?
coming from. Yes, but my thing, all of a sudden, now you guys, I said, if you're going to defend her, I need you to defend every black woman. If you're going to defend her, you need to defend every black woman. Not when all of a sudden now somebody that died in the hood, let me defend this woman because her son was Nipsey.
Right.
Defend every black woman. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to be spiritual, it's not too late to be it. Just actually be spiritual. That's what I'm saying. Just be more about it than just following a trend on Facebook or because your homeboy
So that's what
your homegirl.
they said she was being spiritual?
Yes.
That's the conclusion?
That's what they said. She's a spiritual
at the
woman,
BET
so
Awards.
that's what that was.
Okay.
That's why you didn't understand what she was talking about.
No, I'm
'cause she was
spiritual, and I still didn't understand it.
Hey, I'm just saying.
There was not an interpreter in the room.
Well, personally, I thought it was inappropriate.
Okay.
For what she was saying, and for what she was there for,
Right. Everybody has their opinions.
that didn't go.
Yes. Anyway,
Time and place.
If it don't fit, she
Don't
should have
force
quit.
It don't mean that didn't need to be said. It's just
Does
that
that
wasn't
fit
the
the
time.
situations that
Right.
we're talking about still?
No. Wait. What?
She said it. Go ahead. She said if it don't fit, then she should quit.
I don't know. It didn't fit. It didn't fit the situation. I don't know.
Moving on.
Okay, so
Moving on. So our topic for Willow Smith, the daughter of Jada and Will Smith. She had a show probably within the last couple of weeks where they discussed being in a polyamory relationship.
You know the new word is throuples.
Thruples.
Thruples.
I thought that was a typo all day long.
Three people in a relationship. She tried to explain it as she wants something where she can be with a man and a woman and they be honest and without sex. So there's no sex involved. She wanted to be able to, love. There's so many different people in the world, and we just need to learn how to love one another. Okay. For me, at the end of the day, it becomes
those
sex.
are called best friends, right? She wants two best friends. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The grandmother was stating that you're too young, first of all, to be even thinking about being in a relationship with a man and a woman at the same time.
I loved her grandmother's response.
Yes, but her mom didn't think anything was wrong with it.
Right.
That's the problem that I have. Another problem is she sees an example of her brother's mother that's always with them, that does not have a man. And then you have Jada, and then you have Will. So it looks like almost a polyamory type of relationship, but I don't even think that's healthy, me personally. So my question is, these type of relationships that these young women are getting, or men getting into, do you think is based off of experience or the lifestyles of their parents?
I don't think so.
You don't think what?
I don't think that is based off of their parents' sexuality or their parents' experiences or anything like that, because you have parents who are straight heterosexual, but their children are gay, or vice versa. It has no bearing on it. It has a lot to do with their social surroundings.
Okay.
And I think it has a lot to do with shows like ours, that talk about them pretty frequently, and it just plants seeds.
Well, I think what we do, we talk more on the level of education, not
I agree.
lifestyle. Or
right.
This is what we're doing, or it being, and they see us once a week.
But no matter how much we put it out there, everybody interprets things differently.
Right.
So we may be speaking on something on an educational level, or just because we want to, have an open discussion about it, that may trigger somebody else to say, you know what, that sounds pretty good to me, where we're not trying to plant that seed, but inadvertently we do.
Right. Haley, what do you feel?
I feel like, to be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with her wanting to try to be with a man and a woman at the same time. Okay. I don't think it's the parents' influence or any other type of influence. People live their lives every single day, and one moment they feel like, okay, so I know what it's like to be with a man, or I know what it's like to be with a woman, what it's like to be with a man and a woman, Like, maybe it's something that she actually thought about, like, what if I can make this relationship work in a form that other people cannot, Like, maybe that's just something that she wanted to experience. And people now are more open to experiencing new things without feeling like they have to be judged for being who they are.
Okay.
Right. That's like, I always forget the term, and you always help me. When a person wants to be called them or they.
What is that?
What is it called? It's a term for it, but there are people.
Go ahead and yell it. I can hear you.
Pronouns. That's what they call themselves, pronouns?
They call themselves pronouns, yes.
Okay, so pronouns, where, they don't identify themselves as a man or a woman.
No, it's pansexual. You talking about pansexual?
No.
I'm not talking about sex at all.
Pansexuals are people who have sex with anybody.
Right.
So the pronouns are people. Okay,
pronouns are people who just identify themselves like, say I'm a person, right?
Right.
Okay? I have no gender. I am they. I am them. I am they. Like you speak to me as they are, or I'm going to go with them, or like.
That's not normal to me. I'm sorry. That is
it may not be, but that's the world we live in now, and it's not. In their case, it has nothing to do with sex. They can be a virgin, but that is how they identify themselves.
I think something has happened to them for them to even go to that. That's just me. I know you
and
say no,
it's the same situation with.
Because I've been in that situation.
It's the same situation with Willow right now.
I've never been. I have no sad songs to sing. It's just that. I ended up being with best friends with 3 of my ex's girlfriends. Mm-hmm. We're still friends to this day. Very good friends. We did a lot of things together. Mm-hmm. We went out of town together. We went to dinner together. We hung out. That's what we did. Right. And there was never any threat or anything that we genuinely loved each other.
No,
we enjoyed hanging out and being with each other. It was like...
She's going back to your original topic.
Oh, the original topic. Okay, no, that's fine. No, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, Mom.
Now she's on the topic of people identifying themselves as pronouns isn't a part of her norm.
That's what. And you said that's
because you just changed the question. That was not the original question. I'm not stupid. That was not the original question. I'm not crazy. I'm here.
Let's
Milton tell me to shut up.
No. No. Oh my goodness. So, okay.
Stay on track.
So what's your opinion on your own subject?
I just think when they're that young, 16, 17, 18, to even have those type of...
Isn't she like 19?
Should be 19 in October.
Yeah. But this was happening long before that.
Right.
We know it was happening long before that.
Okay.
It's just something that's being brought up at a younger age than normal. Mm-hmm. Because I know when we were growing up, we didn't have 15, 25 different labels for us.
True.
We did not have it. It's like now it's just... all these different things to just say, if you want to be with multiple people, then damn it, just say
I'm
that's
a freak,
what it is.
And that's what I want to do.
That's it. I don't need to be labeled with this one, that one.
Because that's what they are. Freaky people
and
do
it may not
freaky
even
things.
be freaky. If you if you're in tune with your sexuality and you like to be pleased and you want to be pleased with Tom, Dick, and Harry, then let that be the case. But all these different names that you want to put in the dictionary and add to it, it's weird to me. It's definitely weird. I don't know what the hell is going on.
21st century.
It's a new norm.
And on that note,
this is your girl Lala. You can find me on EMissy Loose Lips Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I always end it with this group that we're in that we talk about church and we praise the Lord.
You just lying to me. Oh, mercy.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's
you
what
about
it is.
that bogus as hell. What are you talking about?
It is. Okay. And up next is the beautiful Lady D's with Lifestyles According to Lady D's.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
I got that. I'm good. I've been practicing. Let's go.
We'll be back.
The Lord, huh?
With the Lord. Praise him. Sexually.
There was a good word in there.
Fabricated.
Y'all didn't use.
What word is that?
Oh.
How?
We're still on the air.
We are.
Lord, we're just all out of control tonight.
She's just a hoe.
That's it.
Oh, since we're still on.
Right.
That was from Screw. Screw said y'all just hoes.
That's not a part of the
Screw be up next as
identification,
well.
though. That's different.
Yeah, it is. We identify you as a hoe.
But it
identify
wasn't
them
a
as a
sexual
hoe.
move, though. It wasn't. The scenario did not start out with sex.
Nobody identifies themselves as a hoe-ish.
Of course they don't. Until they get caught.
If I can't hold you for myself, no one else will. You come
come around, it's hard to focus. Like I'm in a spell, but no hocus pocus. Girl, you like my kryptonite, and I get weak every time. If you let me have my way, I'd have you fiending for it every day. Yeah. This girl, I'll mess your mind up, won't stop till you're satisfied. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else but you. No one else but you. If I can't have you, I'll do for myself, no one else will. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else but you. If I can't have you, said I want you for myself, no one else.
We're back from our break, and we have a special guest tonight. Mr. Black Rose is going to Skype in and have a conversation with us. Are you there? They said our producer said give them 1 minute. Oh, I hear it ringing. I had my TMZ moment. I was like, oh, I remember that sound. So anyway, Black Rose is one of the members of the new Levert.
The new Levert, yes.
Yes.
I love Levert. Back in the day.
Me too.
God, I love it.
Yeah. I still feel some type of way with them, not being here.
Right.
With the Suns. I was a big drill Levert. I had teddy bears just because I couldn't have my teddy bear.
Right.
Every single day.
Okay. Black Rose, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I heard you laughing at us, didn't
Yes. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Can y'all see me?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet, but welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. My phone was acting crazy for a minute, but I'm doing great. How are you?
We are awesome. So we had one of our listeners send us your video a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So we were able to hear the song that we just heard. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we're going to hear about yourself.
Okay. All right.
He said, okay, all right.
No, I don't think. Did you hear the song they play for you?
Nobody else but you, was it?
Oh, yeah. If I Can't Have You? Yes.
That's a beautiful song.
Yes.
Well, thank you. That's actually me and my son.
Okay,
awesome.
so that's the Roses.
Yeah, that's the Roses.
Okay. How did you form this group with you and your mom? I see we both doing this whole generational thing.
Well, I mean, we just, my son was always, let me see. Somebody just said.
What you doing? You multitasking?
He on Facebook.
No.
Like, I'm calling in
It
now.
says some. No, my phone says something so y'all can see me or something.
There you are.
Hey.
Hey, I can't see y'all though, but
so
hey.
we see you.
So what were you telling us?
Now, I was saying the Roses. It started like I always had my son in the studio with me over the years when I produced songs for Casey and JoJo, Joe to C, and Levert. Actually, he was in the studio and he always kind of felt he could do it, sing, and so one day he was in the studio with Levert, and he said, "Dad, I want to get on that song right there." I said, "Man, go ahead, let's see what you got." He went right in the studio and got in the booth. He had one ear on, he watched, so he learned from watching me and watching, his Uncle K. That's what they called him, his nephew, their nephew. So he learned from watching them and Mark Gordon. Shout out to Mark Gordon. And so he got in the studio and he did it. So years later, I'm writing songs for other people, and I brought one song home, and he said, "Dad, I got a verse for that." So I said, "All right, let me hear it." So we went to the studio, and I said, "You go ahead and lay it down." So he laid it down, and it came out I couldn't believe it. I mean, I guess I could believe it, but
It's new, right?
but he liked me when I was young. He was in the sports too. So, but he didn't. He felt more. He went more towards the sports, and I went more towards the music when I was
Okay.
at his age. So he always knew he could do it, and I would hear him sing every now and then. He'd do something that I do. I'd be like, he might be all right. You know,
Right.
he
How
might
old is
He is all right.
he might have it.
How old
So
is your son?
finally, huh?
How old is your son?
He is 24. He'll be 25 next
Oh,
month.
mercy.
Okay, nice.
You don't look much older than that yourself.
I know, right? So how did this?
That's what everybody say. So
So after
that
writing
was
for
one.
everybody, how did
Go
you
ahead.
end up with Levert?
Oh wow! I ended up with Levert. First, I had my own group called Who's Who. We were all out of Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
You know where I'm from, and we had signed to Dre. But before signing to Dre, we had sang for Gerald some years before that, and he told us, he's like, I love you guys, but he had the Rude Boys and Men at Large, and he had his roster was pretty full at the time. He had like 2 female groups,
He had a good roster.
and he had a nice roster. So I ended up we ended up signing to Dre later, but right before that, I ran into Mark Gordon, and I met him through a mutual friend in Youngstown, a DJ that was here, and we kept in touch over the years. Out in California, he was out there and I was out there, so we would meet up at the gym, and then we started meeting up at the studio. Then years later, he ended up in Cleveland at Dave Tolliver's party,
Okay.
and one of my friends was cool with Dave, and he was like, "You want to go to the party?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
Okay.
So I went and I ran into Mark, and this was after Gerald had passed. God rest his soul, and he said, "We still trying to put this together, me and Sean." So he said, "Why don't you come up to the studio and see what's going on? You might be able to write or produce something, or who knows what could come out of it." Okay. He's like, we looking for a lead singer. So I went up to the studio, and everything clicked like right away.
That's
like
what's up.
me and Mark just clicked.
So are you guys still touring now?
Huh?
Are you guys still touring now?
Yeah, we still right now. We kind of been on a little hiatus or of sorts, I guess, because Mark is working on his he's got a book that he's working on, and he got some unreleased songs from Levert that he's going to put out too. Nice. So in the meantime, I did the Roses.
Okay.
All
right.
So it ain't nothing wrong. We still doing our thing.
We're running a little short on time. So tell us what projects you have going on, what we need to look out for now.
Well, the Roses, Can't Have You. You already know about that one. We're going to do another single called Pull It Up. We're getting ready to work on the video for that in a few weeks. And I also wrote a song for JoJo. He got a new single coming out, JoJo, featuring Snoop Dogg. Okay. And I wrote on that. He got a couple more. He got a nice album coming for you guys.
We have to look for that.
Yeah. And I'm working on the Roses whole album. We pretty much got a whole album, but I'm just releasing single after single.
Okay.
Probably after this second or third single, I'll just go ahead and put it all out together.
All right, well, keep us posted, and you want to submit anything for us to put out there for you, we got your back. And whenever you're in LA, for sure, come through.
Absolutely. I was supposed to be out there.
I heard.
Right.
Things happen that, was out of my control. So.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay.
But I will be out there soon.
So,
I promise.
Yeah, come on and get in the hot seat.
Right.
Absolutely. I want to be surrounded by you guys.
So thank you for calling in and chit-chatting with us a little bit. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to Leanne.
Yes.
For hooking this up. Yes. Most definitely.
Yes. That's what's up. Tell everybody where to find you.
You can find me on IG at BLAQROSE. I am. You can find me on Facebook at Black BLAQROSE. And the Roses are We Are the Roses _official. That's WER the Roses _ official.
Okay, that's what's up. Right. Thank you so much. We're going to finish your video. Well, playing your song is not the video. And then we're going to come back with Lifestyles According to Lady D's. Yes. All right. So we'll be right back after you guys hear this song. Let me see those hearts if y'all enjoying it, all right?
Yeah.
I love that song.
I wish I could see y'all, though.
You come around, it's hard to focus. Like I'm in a spell, but no hocus pocus. Girl, you like my kryptonite, and I get weak every time. If you let me have my way, I'd have you fiending for it every day. This girl, I'll mess your mind up, won't stop till you satisfied. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else but you. No one else but you. If I can't have you, I want you for myself, no one else will. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else but you. If I can't have you, and I want you for myself, no one else. I'm drinking, popping, smoking.
Welcome back to the EMissy K Slip Show. Y'all know what?
Oh, to be behind the scenes.
Roy Rice is in the building, so y'all can just imagine what happens during the breaks. Okay.
I just
it's a comedy show.
He got STI.
I want stuff to stay the same. They ain't in the studio talking about you can cure STI. What the hell is an STI?
With chlorine.
With
like
chlorine.
In the swimming pool.
Go ahead
the
and burn your coochie off there. That's what's going to happen. You're going to burn your coochie off. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. Because don't no man want nobody with no coochie. You got put too much chlorine on. That's why I don't get in certain swimming pools. My thing already little.
Okay. Oh, God.
That's why it shrivel up. Too much chlorine.
Well, chlorine might shrivel it up.
I like get in. I get in a saltwater pool. But I ain't getting in no chlorine pool. I'm already risking 4 inches. On ready status.
Lady D's.
What's wrong with it?
Lady D's.
Oh, my goodness.
Save us.
I don't even know what to say.
Help me, please.
I can't. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lifestyle According to Lady D's. This is going to be real quick. I want to get on soapbox for just a few seconds.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about something else, but something is bothering me.
What's bothering you?
Why is it that when you're in the world, people call our body parts, our breasts, our vagina, penis, they call about all these horrible names, some more really disgusting names, right? And then the minute you want to talk rationally about some stuff and you start calling things by their right name, people cringing and all that kind of like why are we talking about that?
Right.
You know, like embarrassed and
right.
I mean this is our body. That's what they're called. That's the normal call, maybe the normal title for these.
Right. You just called it a coochie.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that kind of stuff is that.
But
like because I'm playing coochie. Can I say
so many words.
Pussy? Like pussy is just like
I don't even know where that came from. I was thinking about that today. Where'd that word come from?
What, pussy or coochie?
There's so many.
Because like coochie ain't got no hair and pussy got a lot of hair.
Oh,
is that what it is?
Yeah, that's that shaft. That's that shaft year. 1970. You got that 1970 pussy.
You learn something every day.
It's like a grown woman.
Yeah. And when you're a baby,
grown.
You got a niner.
I started puberty late. My girlfriend had a whole pussy in junior high. And I was not messing with it. A whole pussy. Like, I was like, oh, she an adult.
You got jungle juice just to get in it.
She flunked. You are supposed to be 21. This thing is hairy. Cause you know how you see somebody? No, I stayed a virgin. So I figured out what was really going on. Cause I'm like, nah, I don't think it was supposed to be that hairy already. We in gym at 14. And that bush coming out her gym shorts. I was kissing, that's it. I kiss you, but I'm not touching that. Cause it look like
that's where it came from, resembling a cat.
Yeah, a whole
I never
cat.
knew where it came from.
He said
a lion.
What's your topic? What's your topic? We just skipped all over the topic.
No, I said I was not going to deal with that. The topic was give Bruno a hand.
Okay.
And,
I like Monkey.
Okay.
I like Monkey.
anyhow,
I swear to God.
Monkey is the best.
It's so many black men walking around with dead situations.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Yes.
And some of it is preventable.
Right.
And I don't understand how they get depressed because they can no longer be active, but they're not doing anything about it.
She's talking about the penis.
What? It don't work
Bruno.
no more?
We're not talking about Bruno Mars. We're talking about Bruno.
Oh, mine. Bruno is like a real big
Bruno.
one. Mine is named like Edgar. I got an Edgar. I got an Edgar. And then I got an Edgar with all caps.
I cannot.
I got an
Edgar
Edgar
and then
it's
capital
Edgar. It's Edgar.
Edgar.
It's Edgar.
Edgar.
Now, when I get out the shower, it's Edgar. And I gotta find it. I mess around. I mess around smelling pee for like 2 days.
It ain't circumcised either?
Yeah, it's circumcised.
Oh, wow.
But my thing so little, I peed on myself one day. And I was smelling pee, and I'm like, I ain't had no company. And I kept smelling my bed on my side of the bed, because I only sleep on one side, because I'm lonely and single. And it was like a pee stain, but it was dry.
Dry
and it had
stain.
to come from me, because I was like, I ain't have to go to the bathroom for like 2 days. I had been peeing.
For 2 days.
I had been peeing already, because I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
So the pee stain was there, and I'm like, I smell a little stench of pee. But then, because it was Edgar.
Edgar did it.
Edgar did it.
Edgar did it.
So, I got to be like, Edgar. When I get paid,
talk with him?
When I get paid, I'm Edgar.
Edgar.
Yeah.
Capital Edgar.
It's still, when I send out little pictures, I put the phone up real close. And they be like, well, where this one at? I'm like, get close to it. That's the one. I zoomed it in.
No, it's the angles.
Yeah.
You gotta give Bruno a hand.
Let me tell y'all ladies something. Y'all be putting filters on all y'all pictures, and that's like a filter. I put it up real close. It's a filter. All right? Now, if you got attitude, just get close to it and pull your phone up and say, what's a match? It's a DNA match.
You are not the father.
Now, I'm not the father. I don't know how I made my twin, because I'm like, I don't think they're my kids. Edgar didn't even get in there all the way.
That is insane.
But
women.
I cuddle.
You cuddle.
That's important.
Black men don't cuddle. I cuddle. When you got Edgar, you gotta cuddle. So if any of y'all fellas out there
you got Eggers, you gotta learn how to eat
gotta
right.
cuddle.
No,
I eat
you gotta
everything.
have a healthy diet.
I eat everything, the whole thing. Like,
the whole
yeah, you go order a platter. It's
the rooter
everything
to
on the
the
menu. The rooter to the tutor, rotor, all that. I'm a plumber. Toes too? Yeah. Yes. I got to. When you got an Edgar? Ain't no, you like, I want you to do this. I'm like, all right.
Edgar can't be picky. Okay.
Yeah, Edgar cannot be picky, choosy, nothing.
Okay.
Ooh, y'all killing me.
Is it clean?
Yes.
That's
important.
I'm going to town.
It better be.
Because you can't come in my house if you've been out all day. You got to take a shower at my house.
Hello. Lady D's, hygiene is important.
Yes, it is.
I can't even breathe.
Did you forget what you were talking about?
I did.
Yep.
No, you were talking about Bruno. I'll let you know. What about Edgar?
I just want.
You gotta help them all.
If the women give you a hand, then maybe it'll
Edgar's
become
like he
Bruno.
need a finger.
Edgar need 2 fingers. That's it. And you just do this right here.
I want them on
Like you rolling up a piece of paper.
That is the funniest thing.
And you throw it across the classroom.
Like, come on, get up.
You ever had somebody got spitball dicks? You ever put a spitball in the straw?
Somebody get him.
Put their dick on me.
at him.
Somebody hit me with a little dick. Who put that dick on me?
Oh my God.
And it be a little
I
wet.
cannot. Oh, y'all stupid, man. Y'all so stupid.
You get hit with a spitball. It might be a dick.
I'm done.
But he's not. But
You were talking about give him a hand. Ain't no hands over here. You might want to raise your hand and be like, this nigga needs some help.
People I need some lube. Hold up. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go right there. Do that again. Woo! Yeah. There it is right there. That's all you
Like
need.
you rolling
Bam,
a
bam.
joint. Like you rolling a joint.
When you get mad, you thump it.
Like, come on, get up now. You take it
y'all
too
give
long.
me
Get it, get up.
Lady D's.
y'all are sick people. I forgot what I was saying. Y'all are stupid.
I'm still going to heaven because Jesus got a coat on.
He gonna grade on the curve.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm a snitch
curve
for
ain't big
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
I'm a snitch for him. Hey, you walk past the wrong one, get her. Trying to hide behind that door. You go home. Get from behind that door.
Let me ask you guys a question, ladies.
Yes.
So if you meet a guy, and this guy is, he's like everything. I mean, he's passionate. He's attentive. I mean, great. No, y'all stupid.
Yeah, you
Y'all
better
stupid.
stop it because stop right there with that
And
lie.
then if you find out
Nope.
that Bruno doesn't get up, do you stay? Or
Yeah,
go?
they do.
Do I stay
No, I
or
don't.
do I go? You remember that?
I know some women who have stayed because they were paying.
Because they were paying. That's
They
the
were
only
paying.
thing.
Oh, it don't work, but
Ding, ding,
I
ding.
stayed
But he wasn't
because he
the
bought
only
me a
one.
car.
He wasn't
Well,
the
see,
only
I'm not
one,
even
though.
talking about. See, now that's that other word you was talking about earlier. I'm
Yeah,
not talking.
yeah.
I'm not talking about them. That's you're using somebody now. I'm saying you're talking about a genuine,
It's a
upright
nice guy,
upright
but
guy.
the situation ain't right.
Right.
I'm gonna have to be honest with him
No.
and tell him that I'm not gonna be able to pursue this situation.
Really?
You gonna go to
much
hell.
Longer.
You would?
You going to hell.
I wouldn't even have the
Well,
conversation.
I'm not gonna act. I already know this one
a
over
cheat.
here.
I need-
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
Lala
to
be
make a
like,
phone
oh,
call
and she
every
be
now
like
and
this.
then.
Oh, so it don't work? She be busting you out in Rouse.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
be in
need
there
you to work.
about to buy food for dinner. You like, so it really don't work. It don't work or don't work.
You know what? But unless they have like some kind of disease or something that keeps them from getting erection, like diabetes
Stop
or
taking the medication.
hypertension out of control or whatever. It's fixed. You can fix it, and all those blue pills
So
don't
if I
always
stay on,
work
can I get
either.
a boyfriend? Can I be like Willow?
No, but you know what? If I had somebody, this
Can
is
I bring
honestly
in
God truth,
somebody
because
else
intimacy
to take care of that
and you can have intimacy and
I'm cranky
passion
when I don't
without.
get none.
Shut up, fool! Without sex, right?
Again.
And if I get a guy that takes care of my total person, I mean, besides
Yes.
that, I would stay.
That's your friend.
No, it's not my dang
That's a
friend.
friend.
No,
No, because he can stuff
that
it
is
in
so
there.
shallow. No, it's
No.
not.
The game ain't on. He can stuff it in there.
I don't do the stuffing.
You know how when you stuff a turkey,
stuffer.
you
No.
stuff a chicken,
No, that's
stuff
not.
it in there,
No.
stovetop stuff in. You
I
know
would,
what
I would rather you not do that.
No.
That is.
I'm not letting you get up.
That's totally disgusting.
I'm gonna stuff it in. Lay right here, Carol.
No, we ain't doing no stuffing.
Carol, lay right here. I just be pushing it in there.
Stuffing,
What are you doing?
Stuffing,
Be still.
Stuffing is
before
for
it pop out.
turkeys. No, I would rather you not try to stuff.
If it don't fit,
You
It
must
ain't gonna
get
fit. It ain't
rid.
gonna fit. It ain't gonna fit.
But that's
But
just
women, if you encourage a man to work out and stuff,
Yeah.
there's some things that you can do to make and stop eating all that garbage, and start and taking on a healthy diet and exercise. No, seriously.
I'm listening.
Some of them is not. They act like that's the end of the world, but they don't have a sense enough to realize because they're too lazy to get up and do what they need to do in order to take care of themselves. And I just
Right.
wish the younger guys would start out understanding that early on. When you start getting like your 40s, you need to be in the gym.
Yes.
Okay, because if you're not and you're stupid, it's not going to work. I can't stand her.
No,
You and Lala are sick.
It's funny because I talk about that in my shows about men taking care of themselves at this
Yes.
age.
Yes.
Because I'm 49 and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But you have to be cognizant of what you eat nowadays. You can't be
Right.
grilling and eating meat every day, eating chili, eating pastrami.
Exactly.
Because you destroying the testosterone.
Yes, you are.
Right.
And I tell people, man, get that orange bell pepper. Yeah, it's a little more
And you
than
need
the
to do
other
something that's going
colors.
to stimulate the blood
But
flow.
you need spinach, bananas. I think it's turmeric,
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turmeric is good.
And some other things. But I have a list to make sure I'm good.
Okay.
Because when you come over, Edgar need to be ready.
But
for
first
whatever
and
I'm
foremost,
working
they
with.
need to get their butts off them sofas and out them desk
do.
chairs and walk at least 30 minutes. You need to get some blood flowing in your body.
They do.
If you keep, because most of the guys, if you know, most of the guys that are sexually active up into their 70s, they work out virtually every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of truth to it, and I think that women need to encourage your men to take care of themselves, or you have a dead situation on your hand.
Yeah.
And find yourself cheating.
No, seriously,
more Bruno.
But
Just
it's like
Bruno.
right? But but don't make them feel bad about it. That's when you really need to go into overdrive and try and encourage him and build him up.
Right.
Because that's a devastating thing to find out that your stuff don't work.
That's right.
Seriously.
Yeah, it is.
The producers have spoken.
Right.
What is that? Is that beak?
Glasses over there. I can't see that shit. Robert coming here. I'm going to get caught.
What's a beak?
You be like, where y'all going?
Okay, you guys. This has been Lady D's and Lifestyle According to Lady D's.
Why you look at me like that?
I was thinking, don't be so Oh, God.
I like y'all.
It ain't all about you. It really ain't all
Bunch of
it is about
fire at this table.
Listen, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes,
at
you
Lady
can.
D's
Yes,
at LADDEEZ.
Her IG is actually active, people.
Popping. Finally.
And Doris Jean Drew on Facebook. It's been a pleasure. We're going to take a break. And when we return, we're going to talk to this crazy man over here.
Yes.
Our special guest. And what's your name? Hey, I still say Haley B. She says Haley Bell. Forget a Cardi B. Her name is Haley Bell. And Get Lipped.
Yes.
I keep wanting to change the name, huh? We'll be back. 2 minutes.
Said I'm tired of playing games, yeah. My baby. Oh, yeah. Baby, it's time for me to give you all the love you need. Yeah. Now, baby, I know that you deserve the best. And I can't keep treating you like I treated the rest. Oh, baby, you're ready. I'm ready to give you all of my love. All of my love, yeah. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. So many loves I can't even name. Baby, you're ready. I'm ready to give you all of my love. Ooh, yeah. Baby, not just a little bit. I wanna give you all of it. Baby, I know that you need more than new.
I think we need to just let Leanne choose all our music for the show.
Right. That's how funny.
That's Leanne?
No, that's her. She submitted the music for the show today.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, we love her. She's
And
a
she
great
booked Black
supporter.
Rose,
Yeah,
so,
she's
yes.
a great supporter.
So, we may technically be in Zip Your Lips.
Yes.
But right now we're in Get Lit.
Let's go.
With
Get
Haley
lit?
Bell. Yes.
Get lipped.
Oh, lips.
With your
Lips,
lips,
Yeah,
baby.
you better
With
be
your
more
lips.
Pacific.
Specific.
More Pacific. Because I thought y'all said lick. Y'all
You
said
know what?
lips. I
Screw
said
rules.
Pacific.
Pacific.
I'm in here with all the millennials. Y'all keep changing words. I'm going to change the word.
No,
too.
we didn't
Goddamn.
change it. We added and altered them for hours. You know, whatever. Anyway,
An alternate.
Added and altered and tapered them.
this is Get Lit. With Screw
I'm going to
Rules
get licked.
/ Roy Rice. Why? Now, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why did you go professional on this? Why are you Roy Rice now?
Why am I Roy Rice now?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You've been Screw the Rules my entire life. I met you at Screw the Rules, so I know you're Screw the Rules. Now you're Roy
I'm still Screw the Rules.
Like you didn't want a whole lawyer on us or something.
I'm still Screw the Rules, but eventually there's going to be no more Screw. It's going to be Roy Rice.
Okay.
No more Screw.
It's a transition.
Okay.
The reason why that happened is because the first time I debuted on Starz Network, shout out to Donnell Rawlins, he introduced me as Roy Rice, and I almost had a heart attack. Because I'm like, this is my first time on TV. I am Screw.
Right.
Like, everybody know me as Screw. They're going to be like, who's Roy Rice? I ain't tuning in now.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
So then I started doing a lot of churches. And this one particular church, I ain't going to bust them out. They didn't want to introduce me as Screw. They wanted to introduce me as Roy Rice because they were real.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about screwing in church.
Yeah, and that's what they do. So I just added Screw Roy Rice.
Okay.
So eventually it'll be Roy Rice. So now everybody's getting accustomed to Roy Rice.
That's cool.
Where did the term Screw come from? Like, why do you call yourself
That was my gang banger name back in the day.
Screw?
I just kept it.
Okay. Little thug.
Yeah.
Right, gang.
Screw Loose. I got that name back in 1986.
I can understand that.
1986.
Screw loose.
Because everybody thought I had a screw loose. Like all these screws on my arm. Say, no more screws. This is two definitions. For the white people, no more screws. That's not me. That's the past.
So were you a gangbanging comedian too? Or?
No. I was just gangbanging. And the only reason I was gangbanging because everybody else was gangbanging. I was a follower. Like, I didn't have to gangbang, but then they kicked me out because I kept coming to the gang meetings in suits. People were like, man, how you get out the gang? They're supposed to jump you out. I said, keep going to the gang meeting with a suit on. They'll think you a snitch. He's wearing a wire.
Man, you got
This
to pat
along
down.
your chest. You feel me?
You right.
Yeah, they used to always pat me down. Man, why y'all pat me down? Nigga, you look like the police. But that was very short-lived because I realized that I didn't need a whole gang.
Right.
I just needed myself because I was already crazy by myself. I didn't need to get nobody to go get somebody. I went to go get them myself.
That's right.
So I got jumped a lot. I got jumped most of my life.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
I'm not telling nobody I got beat up.
I got beat up before.
Huh?
You got beat up?
No, girl. That never happened.
I got beat up before. I got knocked out before.
I never got beat up.
I got knocked out on my 31st birthday.
On your 31st birthday?
Yeah.
I don't fight fair, so ain't no way in
They
hell I
got
want to
me.
hear this
story.
They whooped my ass and I started it.
Go ahead, tell the story. I'm listening.
At the Hop.
What you say?
In Lakewood.
Oh, wow.
What you-
Lakewood.
On my 31st birthday, I drunk everything that everybody bought.
Yeah, oh.
So I thought I was invincible.
Okay.
And I had on these nice hard bottom shoes. And this one dude stepped on my shoe. I didn't hear him apologize. My baby mama said, he apologized to you and everything. And you socked him. And he said, y'all started fighting. Then he hit you. Next thing you know, you was asleep. And then all his homeboys stomped you out. So it's funny because when I got knocked out, I didn't know I was knocked out. But when I got up, everybody was still dancing around me. Like I was asleep for like an hour or something. So when I got up, I was hot, like where them niggas at? And my homeboy, shout out to Ernest McIntyre, the owner of French Quarter, where my show is.
Hey, Uncle Ernie.
He said, man, they been gone. Like they all ran out the club.
You got jumped in my uncle's club.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just fight up there
He
all
was
the time.
doing a hop before he did Spikes, and then Spikes turned to French Quarters.
Right.
So, you know,
And I'm
that's
back.
the history of Ernest McIntyre and Marcus
That's
Jenkins.
Yep, he's the first person to give me my opportunity when I came back in the game because I was on hiatus for 9 years. I stopped doing comedy in '98. I came back in 2007, and he was still at the Hop, and Cat Williams was performing. And he said, well, I'll let you open up for Cat till Cat get here.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope.
And that was my break back into the game. So Ernest always looked out for him. We grew up together, actually, around the corner from each other.
That's what's
And
up.
he's always been the same size. He was like 7, and he weighed 700 pounds. At 7. 7 years old.
It's okay.
700 pounds.
It's okay. Uncle still look good, man. It's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that's my dog.
Sorry.
We started at French Quarters, too.
Yeah, we sure
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Shout out to the French Quarter.
Yeah.
And my night is popping up there every third Wednesday.
Yep.
Super popping.
Next
Go
question.
ahead. Next
So-
question.
Please. Next question, please.
Please, ma'am.
Thank you. So your journey as a comedian, like, what did that start?
It started on Crenshaw, actually. When we used to roll on Crenshaw on Sundays, I used to bag against everybody at Boys Market on Rodeo and Crenshaw for $50. And I would win every week. And this one dude was like, that's all right, I got somebody for you. And I was like, bring him. I'm funnier than everybody. And the next week, he brought A.J. Johnson.
Oh, wow.
And when he walked in the crowd, he was like, oh, so you the one that's about to lose? Oh. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I quit that night.
Done.
But my girlfriend at the time, she was like, you should be a comedian, because everybody thought I was a comedian. I was like, nah, comedians are gay, and I don't want to be gay. And she pressured me into getting on stage. Okay. So my debut for comedy was at the Regency West at Leimert Park under Michael Williams. But this was right after Robin Harris had passed away. And I thought I was funny when I first started, and I wasn't. Because this one dude was like, record yourself. So when I recorded myself, and I'm like, something wrong with, ain't nobody laughing. I took my recorder back to the store and got an exchange. And I got another one. I recorded myself again. It was the same thing. I'm like, man, y'all stuff broke. I know I'm killing the stage. I wasn't killing nothing.
We call Michael the godfather of comedy.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Did you pull girls doing comedy?
Did I do what?
Did you pull girls doing comedy?
Pull girls? No, I was already pulling.
Oh.
Because I had a Nissan truck back in the day.
Oh, he was rolling.
So I was already popping, before the comedy. Comedy, I just got lighter skinned women.
Okay.
The dark ones was ride with me, but then the lighter ones with the real baby hair, they was like, hey, you funny. And they got lighter and lighter, but I said, it's a cap. It's a cap.
It's a cap on the light.
You're too white. You're mixed. Get out of here. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
OMG.
What kind of berry you got? You're a little light.
I'm a strawberry.
You a strawberry?
I'm red. You feel me?
Do you know what we call strawberries in our generation?
You know what? That don't matter. Like I said.
Oh yeah, crackberry.
New definition and altering the word. Do not go there. We are on
Ice Cube said that a strawberry.
You know what?
Is a woman. Getting coochie.
Call me when Junior make a new word for strawberry.
Yeah, a strawberry.
So if you want to be a strawberry,
I ain't on crack.
Were you on Molly's?
None of that.
All right, Whitney Houston.
I'm sober. You know what?
Did she take a lot of baths?
She did her thing.
Did she take you take a lot of baths?
I took 2 showers a day.
I'm not going. I ain't there yet, bitch. I'm just washing my ass.
Right.
You're the best man I've ever.
Wait, and then she drowned.
Yep. It was no hook to that song.
Oh my God.
To be continued. Nope, we are already in hell.
Yes.
Oh my
Hey, did we wrap this up? Here we go.
Next question.
That's not even Whitney Houston's song.
No,
I know it ain't. I just sang something.
You're gonna love me.
Yeah! Whoa! Oh!
I'm done. This is as bad as Float On.
You're right. Oh man, I need this on a disc. What has been your greatest advantages and your greatest disadvantages when it came to your career?
My greatest advantage is when I started my own T-shirt line, Screw the Rules.
Okay.
High five. I got a collection of them.
I started Screw the Rules in September 2011, and I built my own platform from then till today. I have the largest independent comedy show in Southern California.
Hey.
Yep.
Can nobody touch me right now?
You got billboards.
Yeah, I'm on the billboards.
I want a billboard.
Harris Casino in Vegas was the first corporation to buy 2 Screw the Rules shows.
Nice.
And that was I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
Because it was funny because I charged them a certain amount and they had an extra time slot. I said, why don't you buy my comedy show? He says, this is all we have in the budget. So when he told me what was in the budget for the whole comedy show versus what I charged him, I played myself by $4,000.
Oh wow.
But we fixed it, had a successful show. I shot my own 1 hour special. That was another great advantage.
Yes.
But the disadvantage to that was, we shot it ourselves. So it's hard shopping your own product to the masses because it's about who you know.
Okay.
Or who you blow.
So it's
I ain't blowing nobody.
So it's easier if Netflix actually record it and does a production on it.
And they get most of the money. So if somebody buys mine, I get most of that money.
Right.
On the first one. But, we played ourselves. We spent a lot of extra money. And that was pretty bad. So we're about to shoot another one. My executive producer said, let's keep moving.
Okay.
Until that one gets sold, we'll shoot another one. So 2020, we're going to shoot Screw the Rules 2.
Good.
And I may shoot it in Vegas. It's either between Vegas or the Valley. I want to shoot at this theater in the Valley. Oh, that theater is fly. Okay. And I can afford it now.
Right.
I couldn't afford it like 3 years ago. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. So last but not least of all of my questions that, of course, I have a book of. Do you have any advice for upcoming comedians?
Can somebody tell me when we tell her to rap, she asks another question? Every single time we say Haley rap, she say I got one more question.
Like y'all be, okay, look, I come prepared, okay? I have all of these questions, and I want my artists and my comedians and my dancers or whatever to get as much out as they can, because this is their opportunity. Now that people come to Loose Lips and get all the information they need from Loose Lips. You feel me? So go ahead and Loose Lips with that question.
See, she's not ratchet. I like when they ratchet, like, you feel me, my nigga? All I want to say is, what can you tell the other comedians that's up and coming? All I can tell y'all is quit. Because some of y'all don't need to be out here. Just because you're funny in your garage doesn't make you funny on stage. It's two different environments. It's two different environments. But I can say, if you're funny, get on stage and try it. And if you try it, commit to it. Yeah. Don't do it for the free food. Don't do it to get in clubs free. And don't do it for the women. Because then you'll lose. Do it for the gram.
Right. She said that too yesterday. But look.
Rap.
I am. Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Screw Roy Rice on all media handles. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Screw Roy Rice. SEREWROY is all one word. Space Rice. RICE. Eastside Compton.
Check this out. Zip y'all lips. All right, y'all. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to the EMissy K's Loose Lips Show. We have one announcement. BXM conference. It's a youth and young adults conference. I know y'all know I got all kind of causes. I'm into all kind of stuff. One of the things that I do is save our youth today and tomorrow. Yes. And we have a youth conference going on all week. Tomorrow is the last night. I want all my friends and y'all kids to come out tomorrow night. It has been an amazing event, and I'm not exaggerating.
I don't have no kids.
So bring yourself. Oh make sure you guys come through. We're having a blessed time. Stop, girl. We start at 7. Haley's supposed to be there at 6:30, but she's never there at 6:30.
Why?
But you feel that railroad. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your girl, EMissy K. Follow us everywhere, EMISSYK. We out of here. La Lady D.
Yes.
Running my credits for all the rest of the staff. Ladies, our producers. Y'all got that ready? And
yes.
There we go.
Let's go.
Hey.
Oh.
Look at me. See you come to church tomorrow.
EMissy K Show. EMissy K Show. EMissy K Show. Questions, interviews, gossip, current news, movie, TV, radio. Here we go. Hey, it's EMissy K. Hey, it's EMissy K. Her beauty and passion, talk music, passion, loose lips, red cup, love Jones. She's always on Facebook, Instagram, taking calls on the telephone. Sexy if you say so. It's the